Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's PD Talk on the USPA Middle School League program. Today we are going to be covering an overview of what the Middle School League is and what all participating in it entails. We'll be touching on the player eligibility requirements, hosting a tournament, and what to expect if you attend a Middle School League tournament. First up, we'll be discussing what exactly is the Middle School League. For those of you who are not familiar with it, the Middle School League program is in its third year of competitive play at this age group. The goal in creating the program was to provide a venue for our younger youth players to gain more tournament experience while allowing them to play against their peers. All eligible players for middle school must be in 5th through 8th grade. Any player who signs up for a tournament will be entered as an individual, and we'll expand a little bit more on that later on in the presentation. All players are responsible for bringing or leasing an appropriate horse for the tournament, as we will not use split string format in the Middle School League. On the tournament level, we are looking to create a fun, safe, competitive environment where these players can really learn to explore their love of competitive polo. Moving on into player eligibility requirement, players must be in 5th through 8th grade, as we stated earlier. For the players who are eligible to compete in both the interscholastic program and the middle school league program, that would be our 7th and 8th graders. Playing in one does not negate playing in the other, so you can compete as both an interscholastic player and a middle school player if you meet the age requirement. All players in the middle school league must be a USPA member in order to compete. The middle school players are in charge of mounting themselves. The USPA will not be providing strings for the tournaments, nor will we be using the split string format. Players can sign up for either 2 or 4 chukkers a game, and we'll have a little bit more information on this and signing up on the next slide. We touched briefly on earlier that all members must sign up as an individual, and this allows us to mix up all of our different ability levels to create an even playing field for the weekend and a competitive atmosphere with very few lopsided games. It's more fun, and it allows for players to get to learn how to play with other teammates. To sign up, our entries are going to be available at uspolo.org. We'll be sending out direct links to the signups via email and on Facebook and the weekly rollout. But if you go to uspolo.org, you can click on the II program to sign up for your middle school tournament. Players will be able to sign up for 2 chukkers a game, which would be $50 for the weekend, or 4 chukkers a game, which would be $100 for the weekend. Players will be assigned to tournaments on a first-come, first-served basis. First tournaments will be assigned to everyone. Once everyone has been assigned a tournament, second tournaments can be assigned. So if your player is interested in playing in more than one tournament, please submit entries for both tournaments, and we will let you know if there is room. Entries will be open August 1st and due September 15th. This is a little bit earlier than last year, but we have extended our season to the 1st of October because we've had so much interest. So just please be aware of that September 15th due date. Switching gears a little bit, for those of you who are hosting a tournament this year or interested in hosting a tournament in the future, here are a few rules and expectations. All of our games, just like any II game, must be played in the arena. The horses that compete in these do not play more than 2 chukkers a game. We want to encourage good string management in our players at a young age. The USPA will be providing you with a manager and umpire, along with the trophies, awards, balls, score sheets, and t-shirts for the players. We ask that our host sites provide pennies or jerseys for the competing teams. Most sites that we've been using will have horses available for lease for those players who need to fill in their string or are traveling from a distance. If you are interested in hosting a tournament in the future, please contact Emily at edewey@uspolo.org. And if you're not able to jot that email down now, we'll have it again available at the end of the PowerPoint. Moving into tournament time. Before our tournament begins, we like to add an educational portion to the weekend, and that is usually in a practice session arranged at the host site beforehand or an umpire's rule review. Games are usually run Saturday and Sunday, and they can be run in a round robin format if you have an odd number of teams. So if we have a 3 or 5 team tournament, it is not a problem. Everyone will still get the same amount of playing time as if it were a 2 or 4 team tournament. Just like at the II level, teams will be voting on the All-Star and Sportsmanship Awards. We ask that the adult who's kind of in charge of coaching the team help them decide on who they will be voting on, just like we ask our coaches at the interscholastic and intercollegiate level. Different than the interscholastic and intercollegiate level, our host tournament committee will be deciding on and voting on the best playing pony. We encourage the host site or a team parent to organize a team get-together during the weekend. These tournaments are a great time for the kids to form friendships and get to know each other. Many of them are going to be playing together well into their high school, college, and after college polo careers. And you can never start too early forming that network. This year, we are really excited to announce that we have 12 host sites for our tournaments. For 2016, I'm going to go through them real quick so that we know exactly where they are and are on the same page. We have Northwest Arkansas, October 1st and 2nd, and Darlington Polo Club in Ohio, October 1st and 2nd. Aiken Polo Club will be hosting October 8th and 9th, that is in South Carolina. Country Farms Polo Club, 15th and 16th in Long Island. Poway Polo Club, the 22nd and 23rd out in California. Garrison Forest in Maryland will be hosting one that same weekend. Marlin Farms in Maryland will be hosting a tournament November 5th and 6th. Central Coast out in California will have a tournament November 12th and 13th, along with Gardnertown up in New York that same weekend. Houston Polo Club will be hosting November 19th and 20th, and Maui and Glen Farms will also be hosting tournaments. However, we are still finalizing dates with them, and we'll let you know as soon as that is completed. Thank you everyone for joining us today to discuss our middle school program. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me, Allie Davidge, at adavidge@uspolo.org, or Emily Dewey at edewey@uspolo.org. We are so excited to kick off our fall season with our middle school program. It's one of our favorite programs, and we are excited to see how many of you are also excited about it. Again, any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to either one of us. We hope to see you out at the arenas, and thank you for joining us.